And watch out for this, guys. Stay out of what I call this a trucker's rat race. Now that sounds crazy, right? A trucker's rat race. A trucker's rat race, whatever you want to call it. And what it boiled down to, man, and like I said, a lot of this stuff I'm naming on here right now, I fell into this category for years. And if you don't waste no time, man, I'm telling you, man, watch out for this. Now, before I say this, don't grant it. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to do better and want to grow, but I would say just do that with a plan. A lot of people do it off emotions. So now, anyway, I digress. So let's say you got a job right down the street from your crib, a trucking gig right down the street from your house. It's gonna take you about 20 minutes to get to work. You've been there for a couple years, whatever, and you realize, okay, wow, you talk to some other drivers out there on the road, and you realize that, man, I could be making like $2 more an hour if I go down here to this other company because they making more than us an hour. So you say, you know what, I'm finna leave. So you ain't considered that the commute may eat up that 10, 20 minute drive to your job now, and that's gas you saving. They might get ate up an extra $2 more per hour because now you gotta drive further into the more traffic. You ain't taking into consideration that possibly, it could be a good thing, but you gotta, cause some guys don't consider this. This is a rat race. You always chasing the next thing with no plan. That's what I'm saying, with no plan. Now it's more maintenance in your car and everything else, so you go spend the $2. It ain't worth the commute sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta it ain't worth the change sometimes. You gotta make sure that, you know, whatever change you make is worth it. The eye's never satisfied with what you got. And I ain't saying don't aspire now. Please be clear. What I'm saying is just be careful with what you're doing, because if you ain't careful, you'll get to what I call a trucker's rat race. Be careful how you keep your overhead, how much money you spend, because that keep you in a rat race too. If you're living above your 60% threshold of your income, total income for monthly income, more likely you living in check to check. Check to check is you always choosing the next check. Well, I can't wait till I get paid on. I can't wait till this day comes so I get paid on. You know what I'm saying? Because you waiting on the next check because you either living beyond your means, or you're not a budget, or whatever the case may be, or you're always chasing the next high because you figure I blow it now, I make it back. Especially as far as owner operators go, owner operators, be careful of this rat race trap right here, guys. Especially owner operators. You may get with a company, or you may get with an account where you running good. I mean, the dough is pouring in something good, man. You done had a drought where things was like kind of low, the rates kind of sucky, and then you get with this new account or this new company or whatever, however you're doing it, that, man, wow, I'm making the most money I ever made, man, wow. So what happens is you get comfortable. You think it's always gonna be like that, and it's not. So you start getting the lifestyle creep. You actually make extra money, start buying more things you couldn't afford. Before you know it, you're back to 99% living off of income and monthly income. And now, when a slow period comes, because you ain't see that coming, when slow period comes, now you struggling trying to take up any kind of load you can get because now you got all that overhead. You know what I'm saying? Owner operators, be careful with that, man. Nothing stays busy 100% of the time. You have slow seasons, man. You gotta account for that. I don't care how good it's looking at that moment. And before you know it, guys, this for a company or owner operator, because next you know, 1 year passed by, 2 years have passed by. You keep restarting over. I'm finna stop over here. 3 years passed by, 7 years passed by, 10 years passed by. Before you know, you'll have 15 years and you still start from the bottom everywhere else. Now, I'm talking about, now, don't get me wrong, I'm talking about things within your control. Like, you chasing an extra $1 or $2 per hour, not considering everything that come along with it. Or, if I throw an operator example, you probably have like let's say you got that good settlements coming every week from the new account you got, not knowing the market and not knowing how the slow periods work. So you figure, man, it's gonna always be like this. So therefore, I'm gonna get this cheese, baby. And then the bottom fall out, and you realize, oh man, now you're trying to scrape up some all type of work, guys. I've been in this category myself a lot of the times, guys. I mean, years. When I wasn't getting fired or canned from places, I was actually trying to search for something better. I was looking more for consistency and you know what I'm saying. But either way it go, you can do all this out here all you want. You can make $1 million a year. If you ain't got no plan, you can be checking it. You can make $100,000 a year. You ain't got no plan, you'll be checking it more than likely. You got to get a plan, man. To get. Okay, let's say you get $2 extra an hour. What do you plan on doing $2 extra? You just plan on buying what? Some more shoes, clothes? I'm just saying. What plan do you have for extra money? What plan do you have for it? Like, let's say you land a good account. What plans do you have for the extra money for the account you got? Do you plan on scaling your business? Do you plan on, like, you live in here, keep your expenses here, and you dump You're investing your money back into your business, into your software, into your development, into hiring the staff, into hiring help. I mean, that's what I'm saying. What are you planning to do with the extra money you got? That's all I'm saying. Don't waste your time and years out here, man. I digress. Anyway, YouTube. Hope this video is helpful. Give you a little understanding of what's going on with you. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.